हेलो दोस्तों एंड स्वागत है आपका आज के इस लेक्चर में जहाँ पे हम एक और आपको डेमो देना चाहते हैं, एक छोटा सा स्निपेट जो है टू हेल्प यू प्रिपेयर बेटर फॉर योर मेंस विद PSIR ऑप्शनल बाय ट्राइंग टू अटेम्प्ट योर PYQs। आगे बढ़ने से पहले जस्ट वन मोर थिंग दैट वी वांटेड टू ऐड, given the circumstances that have been impacting the UPSC community, particularly those students जो कि राउस के साथ enrolled थे and given the circumstances might want to shift back home, but उनको obviously hesitation है क्योंकि enrolled हैं, पैसे खर्च हुए हुए हैं, नहीं पता दोबारा जैसे जाके कैसे प्रिपेयर करें। तो हमारी तरफ से एक छोटे से कंट्रीब्यूशन के थ्रू फॉर द स्टूडेंट्स हु वर एनरोल्ड देयर एंड अब जो है वहाँ पे कंटिन्यू नहीं करना चाहते हैं, can get free of cost enrollment with sleepy classes in our year long as well as mains courses, right, जो कि हमारे GS, political science as well as sociology के हैं। तो इसीलिए अगर आप ऐसे बच्चे हैं जो कि अगर political science के साथ प्रिपेयर कर रहे थे तो हमारे बैच 5 के अंदर जो है आप फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट एनरोल कर सकते हैं, या फिर अगर आप मेंस की प्रिपरेशन कर रहे थे विद PSIR ऑप्शनल तो हमारे मेंस के जो कोर्सेज या टेस्ट सीरीज़ हैं आप उसका हिस्सा बन सकते हैं। टू नो कि किस तरह से ज्वाइन करना है या फिर एनरोल करने के लिए जस्ट गेट इन टच विद आवर टीम एट 1800-893-3043 या फिर आप sleepy.classes@gmail.com पे जो है एक मेल ड्रॉप कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। सो होपफुली अगर किसी को भी रिक्वायरमेंट होगी यू आर एबल टू टेक यूज ऑफ द सेम। तो चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं आज की क्वेश्चन की तरफ एंड इसकी स्ट्रक्चरिंग एंड कंटेंट को देखते हैं। एंड दिस क्वेश्चन इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, स्पेशली जैसे कि हमने बात की है सिंस द आफ्टरमाथ ऑफ द 2024 इलेक्शंस। Now the question says explain the increasing role of regional political parties in national politics। ठीक है, ये क्वेश्चन है, मतलब अब फोकस किस पे है? रीजनल पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज पे जो है इनका फोकस है, दैट सर्टेन पार्टीज जिनकी इमर्जेंस रीजन से हुई है या फिर दे कंटिन्यू टू डोमिनेट सर्टेन स्टेट्स, सर्टेन रीजन्स इन इंडिया। अब हमें पता है इंडिया के अंदर हमने बाइफरकेट किया हुआ है, इलेक्शन कमीशन जो है रिकॉग्नाइज करती है दो तरह की पार्टीज को, एक हमारी नेशनल पार्टीज होती हैं एंड देन हमारी स्टेट पार्टीज होती है, एंड देन इसके अलावा बहुत सारी अनरिकॉग्नाइज्ड पार्टीज भी एग्जिस्ट करती है, ठीक है। नाउ इन टर्म्स ऑफ द डाइवर्सिटी दैट इंडिया हैज, इसके कारण ओवर टाइम द इमर्जेंस ऑफ रीजनल पार्टीज हैज बिकम वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। Now we know at the beginning, at least since the advent or the early years of Indian independence were marked by the single party rule, right? The one party rule, or what Rajni Kothari calls the Congress system, right? जहां पे कांग्रेस को ही इमेजिन क्या किया गया था एज अ बिग टेंट पार्टी, right? That within itself only ये all kinds of जो डाइवर्सिटी है उसको स्पेस देती थी। Therefore कांग्रेस की जो प्रोविंशियल एंड स्टेट यूनिट्स थे they were seen as enabling the inclusion of diversity of these different regions and states there. However, over time, particularly 1967 onwards, ये जो एक rupturing था of the dominance of Congress at the center and the states, this came to be broken. ठीक है, एक rupture हो गया यहाँ पे, especially with the rise of new regional forces and regional level state parties, right? रीजनल पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज देयरफॉर क्या है? ये एक इस किस्म की पार्टीज होती है जो कि स्पेसिफिक रीजन या स्टेट के अंदर ऑपरेट करती हैं, एंड ऑब्वियसली इनकी इमर्जेंस क्यों होती है? बिकॉज ऑफ द काइंड ऑफ डाइवर्सिटी, इंटरेस्ट्स, एस्पिरेशंस जो कि इस रीजन के अंदर कंटिन्यूसली आगे आ रहे हैं, एंड दे हैवंट बीन अकोमोडेटेड और बीन गिवन अ फेयर हियरिंग, दे बिलीव, by the national parties. This exactly was the scenario which led to the loss in state elections since 1967 by the Indian National Congress. Now, Ashish Ranjan in his article in Frontline नोट करते हैं कि 1960s, जैसे कि अब हमने बात किया 1967 के जो इलेक्शंस थे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट थे, लेट 1960s जो है एक वाटरशेड मोमेंट की तरह मार्क किए जा सकते हैं इंडिया की इलेक्टोरल हिस्ट्री में, जहां पे दो चीजें इमर्ज हुई। पहली चीज, देयर वाज अ मल्टी पार्टी डेमोक्रेसी एट वर्क, जहां पे जो हेजेमनी थी ऑफ द इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस, दैट हैड बीन ब्रोकन, right? That had been broken, and in turn we saw state elections being won by a number of regional parties. Then very importantly, while there was some level of cooperation between the center and the states, unlike say जैसे हम बात करते हैं ना आज के डे एंड एज में डबल इंजन गवर्नमेंट, कि अगर आपने कोऑपरेटिव फेडरलिज्म को बढ़ाना है आपको डबल इंजन गवर्नमेंट चाहिए, एंड मोर ऑफन देन नॉट ये डबल इंजन गवर्नमेंट क्या होती है कि स्टेट में भी सेम पार्टी, सेंटर में भी सेम पार्टी। रंजन कहते हैं 1960s ऑनवर्ड्स ये देखा जाने लगा कि ग्रोथ के लिए, प्रॉपर प्रोग्रेस के लिए कोऑपरेटिव फेडरलिज्म मेंटेन किया जा सकता है, बट दिस डज नॉट मीन देयर हैज टू बी एन होमोजेनिटी ऑफ द पार्टी एट द लेवल ऑफ द सेंटर एंड द स्टेट। देयरफॉर स्टेट के लेवल पे भी डिफरेंट पार्टीज थी, बट इट स्टिल मेड अ more expressive form of federalism possible, and one of the reasons for the same was the rise of eventually coalition politics. And that is why Ranjan says that late 1980s to 1990s can be regarded as the golden era of regional politics, the golden era of regional political पार्टीज, जहां पे इनका जो रोल था, इनकी जो पार्टिसिपेशन थी और इनकी जो रेलेवेंस थी, नॉट जस्ट इन स्टेट्स बट इवन एट द नेशनल लेवल, बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ गई, which led to a further entrenchment of cooperative federalism, right? So the kind of riding roughshod over states by the center and the national parties, which was witnessed till early 1980s, right? जहां पे the role of governor was misused, जहां पे president's rule जो है बहुत ज्यादा impose कर दिया जाता था, all of this came to be curtailed because of the rise of regional parties and therefore cooperative federalism as well. Now there are numerous factors जिसके कारण there is an increasing role of regional political parties, right? And this again इसकी जो trajectory हम देखेंगे from the past to present day as well. The first and the foremost is the importance of regional identity and autonomy. Now, one of the main bases of the rise of regional parties in terms of their ideological background was related to certain identities, right? The identities of caste, culture, language, as well as religion. And in their rise also, those specific incidents in India's electoral history particularly highlight the increasing role of the regional parties. The first, very importantly, was the recognition of these identities as being critical to nation building. And this happened through what? The state reorganization in the late 1950s to late 1960s and 70s onwards जो हमने देखा, right? तो पहली बार state reorganization commission के basis पे linguistic reformulation होता है. Then throughout the 1960s we see the coming up of separate states, चाहे वो पंजाब हो, महाराष्ट्र, गुजरात, हरियाणा, and then even in the 1970s, particularly in the northeast, right? तो इसके कारण क्या हुआ, large scale जो regional sentiment and regional solidarity थी along linguistic and cultural lines, ये बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ गई, जिसके कारण we see the rise of a number of such regional parties based on such identities, right? तो हमारी जो है अकाली मूवमेंट, जो शिरोमणि अकाली दल है पंजाब में से फॉर एग्जाम्पल, बहुत ज्यादा critical थी in this regard. Similarly, when we see the rise of DMK and AIADMK, right, particularly Tamil language movement जो कि चल रही थी against the imposition of Hindi, उस दौरान ये बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी थी. The second very critical incident in the Indian electoral history that further led to the rise of regional parties was the JP movement, right, which was the anti-corruption, anti-emergency movement led by Jayaprakash Narayan. And यहाँ पे इस दौरान again you saw the rise of a number of splinter parties जो कि इस larger जनता दल के उससे जो है निकल के आए थे, right? So you saw समाजवादी पार्टी, you saw राष्ट्रीय जनता दल, you saw जनता दल, right? All of these को एक जो input and impetus मिला था was due to the anti-emergency movement, and eventually they found their comfort by representing various identity groups at regional and state levels as well. अब इसी first point से correlated है the second point also, that is the emergence of particularly identity-based regional and state parties as a voice to the marginalized communities, right? So erstwhile communities which hadn't found representation or voice in the national parties now came to find representation in the state level parties as well, right? तो सुहास पलशिकर इस चीज को जो है हाईलाइट करते हैं, ये कहते हैं जो राइज ऑफ रीजनल पार्टीज था, इनका जो इंक्रीजिंग इंपॉर्टेंस था, दिस वाज वन ऑफ द रीजंस, वन ऑफ द इंपैक्ट्स ऑफ द चेंज इन सोशियो इकोनॉमिक एंड पॉलिटिकल सर्कमस्टांसेस ऑफ द कंट्री एंड वन ऑफ द वेज, राइट? तो हम बात करते हैं कि ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन फॉर एग्जाम्पल, है ना, हमने देखा है कि ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन के कारण जो इकोनॉमिक चेंजेस आए उनके स्पिल ओवर इफेक्ट्स हमने सोशल एंड पॉलिटिकल स्फेयर में भी देखे. नाउ द कमिंग इन ऑफ द ग्रीन रेवोल्यूशन लेड टू द राइज ऑफ व्हाट Rudolph and Rudolph have called the bullock farmers, and more often than not these bullock farmers came from low and intermediate caste groups. अब ये low and intermediate caste groups because of economic and social mobility also wanted increased political representation, something that wasn't available to them in the national parties, and therefore to represent their interests we see the emergence of regional parties. And for Yogendra Yadav this leads to what we call the first democratic upsurge in the 1960s, when ये जो other backward caste groups थे they became a huge political force to reckon with, and जिन्होंने अपना एक जो weight था वो ऐसी regional parties के पीछे डाला. And then in the 1980s and 1990s the second democratic upsurge marked by the rise of Dalit politics, and because of this reason scholars believe that this ended up making the system of electoral democracy in India much more inclusive, much more pluralistic, and much more representative also in nature. And this is why we also see a transformation in the socio-economic background of the legislators or our political representatives also, right? That while when we look at the fact, and again the idea of umbrella party of INC, mainly Ashish Ranjan इस चीज पे भी जो है remark करते हैं, mainly it happened to represent the upper caste and the upper class, at least as far as their background was concerned. They might be talking for the lower caste, the lower class as well, but in terms of their own socio-economic background, they came from very privileged backgrounds, right? Now this ended up changing because of the rise of these regional parties. Now this also translated into effective modes of representation, right? So regional parties, क्योंकि इनका basis and इनका weight, particularly the kind of popularity they enjoyed, was a result of the enumeration of these marginalized or erstwhile underrepresented groups of people, right? They knew that to sustain themselves and to ensure electoral results, इनको इंश्योर करना पड़ेगा कि इनकी जो डिमांड्स हैं वो नेशनल लेवल तक पहुंच रही है एंड इनकी डिमांड्स के ऊपर काम चल रहा है. Therefore, to cater to their constituencies, they provided a more responsive and effective way of governance as well, right? Particularly also why? Because these leaders at various times came from the grassroots, emerged from these regions, came from these communities. Their leaders and members ended up having a better understanding of the local challenges, and therefore they could also tailor their policies and initiatives accordingly, leading to their widespread popularity. A great example in this regard is the kind of popularity of AIADMK under Jayalalitha, right? So because of the kind of responsive governance by means of various subsidies, women-led schemes catering to the poorest of the poor, schemes catering to the idea of even Tamil identity जो है provide की गई थी, right? And because इनका इतना ज़्यादा focus जो था state specific questions के ऊपर था, जिसके ऊपर ये continuously काम करना चाहते थे, continuously इनको voice दे रहे थे, which also ended up providing for relatively more effective representation and governance too. Now this very importantly, as we've talked about, because 1990s also happened to be, इसको third party system बुलाया गया है by Milan Vaishnav, right? The coming in and the entrenchment of the coalition politics where regional parties ended up playing a prominent role, इसके कारण भी the importance and relevance of regional parties tended to increase. Why? Because now regional parties ended up being kingmakers, right? So parties like तेलुगु देशम पार्टी जो कि अब नेशनल पार्टी बन गई है, द तृणमूल कांग्रेस, AIADMK, right? So for supporting both the NDA governments led by Atal Bihari Vajpayee as well as the UPA governments, the regional parties were playing critical role, and therefore they could also demand important ministries, important berths, and also be able to win special packages and considerations for their specific states. Then very importantly, we also saw greater decentralization and federalism in importance as well. Right? तभी हम कहते हैं because of the rise of regional parties, a more expressive and cooperative model of federalism became possible. Right? That because now regional parties were playing a critical role. That is why there was greater focus on states' rights also, states' resources also. There was a reduction in the politicization of the role of the governor or in the misuse of the president's rule of Article 365. Right? So, ये सारे क्या result है? Because of the increasing role of regional parties. Right? तो ये दोनों ही चीजें एक साथ जाती हैं. Right? तो एक virtuous cycle इनके बीच में बन गई. इंक्रीज फेडरलिज्म के कारण इंक्रीज इंपॉर्टेंस हुई रीजनल पार्टीज की, एंड एज रीजनल पार्टीज की इंपॉर्टेंस इंक्रीज देयर वाज ग्रेटर फेडरलिज्म आल्सो. देन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंटली द फ्रैगमेंटेशन ऑफ नेशनल पार्टीज आल्सो गेव राइज टू रीजनल पार्टीज. राइट? सो स्पेशली 1980s एंड 1990s के अंदर जब हम देखते हैं what had happened, that the demands of the people had changed. The kind of changes that were being brought about due to economic reforms, this was also leading to different kind of demands within the people, which is why there was also some disillusionment as far as national parties were concerned, which therefore led to regional parties being able to question the legitimacy and even the hegemony of the national parties. Then very importantly, across time, we have seen the coalition of regional interest rising, right? There was an increasing realization within regional parties that often to amplify their voice, they might need to come together, right? Which is why in this era since 2014 to 19, there was also the talk of what was called the third alternative for the longest time. And even now in 2024, when we've talked about the rise of the India bloc, a critical role has been played, much more someone would argue than the National Party of Congress, by the regional parties, right? So parties like Samajwadi, right? Samajwadi Party, then even though they have become, say, national parties, their roots are mainly regional, right? So when we see Mamata Banerjee operating through the Trinamool Congress, when we see even the rise of AAP, for example, it has particularly pertained to the interest, right? So while Goa के अंदर भी operate करती है, particularly North के अंदर ये काफी ज्यादा अपनी जो रूटिंग है वो ला पाई है, राइट? देन पार्टीज लाइक JDU जो है यहाँ पे बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, RJD, RLD, ये सारी क्रिटिकल पार्टीज हो गई हैं. सिमिलरली इंडिया ब्लॉक के अंदर अगर हम बात करते हैं, द रोल विच हैज बीन प्लेड बाय DMK फॉर एग्जाम्पल हैज बीन एक्सट्रीमली क्रिटिकल अगेन इन दिस रिगार्ड. तो ये थर्ड ऑल्टरनेटिव एंड एन इंक्रीज्ड कोएलिशन ऑफ रीजनल पार्टीज विद ईच अदर so as to embody collective action and to be able to negotiate with national parties also has led to an increased role of regional parties. Sudha Pai in this regard says that regional parties therefore अपनी electoral strength को and regional support basis को एक तरह से use कर पाई हैं in being able to get policy concessions, being able to win ministries and even better resources. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंटली मिलान वैष्णव भी नोट करते हैं कि किस तरह से ड्यूरिंग द थर्ड पार्टी सिस्टम दैट वाज ऑफ द कोएलिशन एरा, a number of political entrepreneurs of regional parties realized that even if उनकी अगर solid vote share एक होता था regional level पे, they could get a lot of leverage as far as coalition politics was concerned. And this has again become the stay, right, after the one party dominance of BJP in 2014 and 2019. Again we see the resurgence of regional parties like Janata Dal United and Telugu Desam Party in playing the role of king makers, which gives them a lot of leverage as well, right? देन इसके अलावा अतुल कोहली ने रिमार्क किया है अपॉन द वेरियस इकोनॉमिक एंड पॉलिटिकल फैक्टर्स आल्सो. नाउ ही सेज दैट विद द लिबरलाइजेशन ऑफ इंडियन इकोनॉमी इन 1990s there was a greater decentralization of power wherein now regional parties could play a very important role in providing economic facilities also, right, rallying regional support also to increase the economic growth of their particular states, right. This has been particularly important in the role that both DMK and AIDMK have played in making Tamil Nadu one of the most successful industrial states. Similarly, when we talk of even Maharashtra, right, even the Shiv Sena had realized that while still Sons of Soil movement remains very important, the reformed Shiv Sena, or at least the new Shiv Sena, even after the bifurcation under Uddhav Thackeray, has realized the important role in terms of development and economic transformation that the state party can end up playing, right. So which is why, again, because of this reason, regional parties and their importance has tended to increase. प्रताप भानु मेहता भी यहाँ पे कमेंट करते हैं, ये कहते हैं कि द राइज ऑफ रीजनल पार्टीज इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट डेवलपमेंट्स एज फार एज इंडियाज इलेक्टोरल डेमोक्रेसी इज कंसर्न्ड, एंड दे हैव एंडेड अप प्लेइंग अ वेरी क्रिटिकल रोल इन बीइंग एबल टू रिप्रेजेंट द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ रीजन्स, कम्युनिटीज, लैंग्वेजेस, which is why the dominance of national political parties has also been challenged, and this has ended up adding a more rainbow nature to the working of India's electoral democracy. Ashish Ranjan, in commenting on 2024, has again said that while 2014 and 2019 के अंदर एक तरह से क्वेश्चन उठ गया था कि क्या रीजनल पार्टीज अभी भी उतनी इंपॉर्टेंट है, राइट, देयर वाज अ ह्यूज क्वेश्चन मार्क व्हिच वाज रेज्ड. दिस हैज बीन आंसर्ड. First, during, say, the state elections of 2021 and 2023, and then the general elections of 2024, which came as a double jolt for the BJP, particularly in the northern Hindi-speaking belt, जहां पे regional parties have now become the key. In fact, for the first time ये witness किया गया है कि regional parties ने in उत्तर प्रदेश, बिहार, दिल्ली, as well as झारखंड, they have ended up receiving more than 40% of the vote share in the seats that they had contested in their respective states, which again means there is an upswing in the relevance and importance of regional parties as far as India's democratic politics are concerned. Therefore, this increasing role can have both positive aspects as well as some negative aspects also. Firstly, it can lead to greater regional autonomy. It has led to increasing federalism. It has led to increasing decentralization and more effective representation. On the other hand, a lot of scholars also believe that an increasing role of regional parties can lead to more destabilization, can lead to politics of what we call, because India के अंदर क्या है, हम कहते हैं coalition of political calculations होती हैं. बाय डिजाइन नहीं है, बट बाय पॉलिटिकल कैलकुलेशंस है कि अपनी सर्वाइवल के लिए बनाई गई हैं, रिगार्डलेस ऑफ वेदर इनकी आइडियोलॉजीज, इनके आइडियाज एक दूसरे के साथ मैच करें या ना करें. सो समटाइम्स दी स्टेट पार्टीज कैन ऑल्सो होल्ड गन, जिसके कारण गवर्नेंस जो है कई बार डिले हो सकती है. At the end of the day, though, we have realized in the aftermath of the state elections and the 2024 elections that regional parties are here to stay. And not only are they regaining the kind of importance that they had enjoyed, but they're also trying to expand their support base by means of various social engineering, right? तो चाहे ये PDA social engineering by समाजवादी पार्टी हो, या माए बाप आइडिया ऑफ JDO हो, या फिर महाराष्ट्र मराठा मुस्लिम अलायंस ऑफ शिवसेना हो, right? That new techniques are being applied as a form of social engineering, जिसके थ्रू ये जो representation and importance of regional parties है, that is only bound to rise in future years as well.